It is not just the elderly and infirmed who are most at risk of infection. KPIX 5's John Ramos looks at another group that could be especially vulnerable to a coronavirus outbreak.
So far, the coronavirus has been restricted to people coming off cruise ships or who have traveled the world. But the question that's got a lot of people spooked is, what happens if it gets into the homeless population? There is no isolation under this overpass in Oakland, no place to quarantine for 14 days. Clarissa Gregg has friends in this encampment and doesn't have much doubt what would happen if someone here got sick.
It would take over because they're not getting medical attention, they're not isolated. It's not scary.
All across the Bay Area, health officials are meeting to figure out what to do if large numbers of street people begin coming down with the virus.
So if something that major were to happen, I mean, God help us, because there's no way to find out who they came in contact with.
Tim Lewis lives in one of Oakland's so-called tough shed villages. He used to live in his car and says people who live in encampments are already so sick and weak from living outside, he thinks many of them would not survive an outbreak.
Roots Community Health Center, anybody need to see the doctor?
Their first line of defense may be the people from STOMP, a homeless medical outreach program. 2 days a week, Dr. Danielle Williams visits the camps in a mobile clinic administering street medicine. She says education about good hygiene is important, but there's only so much the homeless can do.
If you are ill, maybe stay in the tent, maybe move your tent. So I think we have to try and avoid that scenario, because it would be complicated if it did start spreading in the encampments.
She thinks it would be a wise investment for the city to provide more hygiene materials, such as hand washing stations and face masks. And she's concerned that an outbreak of the virus would only stigmatize the homeless even more at a time when they might need compassion more than ever. In Oakland, John Ramos, KPIX 5.